guys, this is Gingerbeard from Klysm Gaming, along with the Bearded One, my co-host.
Vote for me!
Sniperslayer95 from Klysm Gaming, and we have a special guest today.
His name's Nick Klaras, and he's Greek and he hates COD.
Yeah.
Great transition. Great transition to the topic, which is COD versus Battlefield.
Oh, good God.
The long-awaited debate. Call of Duty versus Battlefield. It's almost
Shit's
like...
gonna hit the fan, so you might want to stick around.
Yeah.
And get an umbrella, because that can get very dirty.
Put your 5-year-old kids to bed, parents.
If you get it in your eye, you're going to want to clean that shit out, because pink eye ain't fun.
I've had
That's what Call of Duty gives you after an extended play.
Alright, so as the Bearded One said, we're going to be speaking about Call of Duty and Battlefield today, so hold on to your seat and buckle up, because this is going to get hairy.
Hold on to your brain.
And get your sensor button ready.
Alright, so, Battlefield versus Call of Duty.
Where do we even start with this topic?
I don't even know. That's what
about the graphics?
I know exactly where to start off. I'm going to start off by saying the original Call of Duty, Finest Hour, and Big Red One were actually good, and that was before Activision took over and became all about the money. Continue.
I was gonna say the graphics on Battlefield totally destroyed Call of Duty. I mean, what, they've been using the same engine, the Infinity Ward engine, since Call of Duty 3, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And,
Pretty much.
It's like beating a dead baby with a stick. It's already dead. It's not gonna get any much better than that.
Mm-hmm. And you're not going to get any pizza out of it either.
Exactly. You're not gonna get it to cry. You're just gonna get it dead like it was before.
And Battlefield 3 is... like, they've so much improved on realistic. Being realistic, I can't talk today. They've so much improved on being realistic that when you actually crawl, you actually see the weapon moving like they do in real life.
You're right. The Frostbite 2 engine is amazing.
It really is.
Here's something to break the ice. I researched. I'm on Game Informer right now, and Game Informer says that Battlefield 3... Battlefield fans hoping to be the most polished entry into the series and won't disappoint them by a massive sequel. It does say that the multiplayer maintains a high level of quality DICE is known for, and campaign is the best franchise in history. Well, I would agree with them, but the Battlefield... the Call of Duty fucking campaign is actually shit, because every single Call of Duty game they released is almost like the exact same thing. You have to go after this guy, and he ends up killing himself at the end. Yeah, he's Russian.
Yeah, he's Russian. Every game.
Yep.
I like to say something to IGN right now. I'd like to say that, I saw your reviews on both Call of Duty, Modern Warfare 3, and Battlefield 3, and why would you diss Battlefield 3 because it had a Russian bad guy? And you praise Modern Warfare 3, and it had the same Russian bad guy. Those who don't believe, go watch the reviews of both, and you will see how they bash Battlefield 3 for Russians, while they praise Modern Warfare 3 for having Russians.
I have something to say about IGN as well, Nick, if I may interrupt.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Nick Klaras mentioned IGN. I would like to bring something up. Are you aware of Shadow of the Colossus?
Yes, I am.
Yes. And we all know how original that game was. It was stunning. It was something new. It was one of the best games of the last decade. IGN rated Shadow of the Colossus a 7.5 because it was too much like other games they played, and yet they rated Modern Warfare 3 a fucking 9 because of its originality.
You're right, teabagging 5-year-olds.
Hold on, I have to move my mic further away from my face while I yell. What's IGN thinking? Seriously,
IGN, because
Shadow of the Colossus. It's one of the most original games of the last decade, and you fucking rate Modern Warfare 3 higher because it's more original? What the fuck?
You gotta understand, Activision has paid IGN through their ass to do that.
I'm done.
The only reviewers I actually trust are Game Informer.
Yeah.
Well, and the game critics themselves that aren't fucking British 12-year-olds.
Oh, you go blah, you suck. Get out of the game.
For the American, you fucking noob, you fucking motherfucking piece of shit.
When they're sitting on their couch and they're being fat.
And every time they say something about America, I'm like, yeah? Well, guess who helped you win World War II?
All right, so get this one. On the topic of IGN, I'm on Game Informer, and it does say, IGN does say, Modern Warfare 3, the multiplayer is hands down the best I have ever seen.
What the fuck?
With more features and more modes, and a ton of levels, and ways to interact with via Call of Duty Elite. The single-player and campaign Spec Ops mode add value to the overall package, creating something that may not be perfect, but it's too addicting to pass up.
I may have to move my mic away from my face again.
I might have to kill myself.
I might have to kill everyone.
What the?
Thank you. Did they just say Modern Warfare 3 is original? Because back to my point of having the same engine and the same multiplayer and the same teabagging British 5-year-old with frickin' noob tubes.
And the same Russian baddie.
Yes, I haven't seen anything innovative since Zombies, and that was Call of Duty World at War.
That was 4 years ago.
Yeah.
The last time I saw something innovative, it was Treyarch, not Infinity Ward. Activision may have been involved. And actually, Activision has been involved all the way, but Activision wasn't about money, the first ones. Now Call of Duty just plain sucks.
And the Elite, don't even get me started.
Don't even get me started.
You're gonna pay, is it 60, Nick? Is it $60?
$60 a year.
Okay, $60 a year just so you can have an aerial view of a map. Is that it?
Well,
pretty much.
Well, Call of Duty, well, yeah, pretty much. Call of Duty Elite, you pay $60 a year to get basically free map packs.
Alright, well let me tell you something else. Battlefield 3 has premium for a one-time fee of $49.99. You get 2 weeks access to map packs, and you get extra weapons and an awesome cool knife and new dog tags. So Battlefield 3 has only one payment, while Call of Duty has you paying $60. They're just milking the cash cow like a bunch of British guys.
Yeah, and if you think about it, if you're playing on an Xbox 360, you pay $60 a year for Xbox, like Xbox Live, and then you pay $60 a year for Elite. So here we are paying $120, the exact same amount of a used Xbox 360 in order to play online and have Elite.
There you go, which is why Call of Duty is just ripping off the first-person shooter fan base. This is horrible.
Yeah, and you know what the proof of that Activision is all about the money is when they fired the Infinity Ward people. Yeah,
they fired the founders.
They said it was about contract violation, but the last time I checked, they were just looking into potential futures, and Activision knew that they were going to, once the contract was up, they're going to, say, bye, and Activision was going to lose Call of Duty and all their money. Mm-hmm. So what they do? They fired them.
Sounds lame.
I'm trying not to rage.
Back to Game Informer, Game Pro. I have never heard of them before, but they say Battlefield 3, a sloppy single-player campaign met with matchless multiplayer makes for an unbalanced first-person shooter experience.
All right. If you're going to talk about which game is bad and good, how about you look at the fan base for each respective game?
Exactly.
COD fan base is the worst in the world.
If I'm going to go online, I'm going to have a casual game of Call of Duty, I'm probably going to get teabagged approximately 15 times, called a noob by a 5-year-old, and get swore at by a 6-year-old. When you go on Battlefield 3's multiplayer, you're going to have, for the most part, remember, there's always that one dick on the team. There's always that one dick. But for the most part, you're going to have people who are teenagers, so basically ages 16 to like 20 or 25 or something. They're going to be helping you because Battlefield 3's system is set up so you can help each other. Call of Duty is a lone wolf 6-year-old British kid style, and I don't like it. And as you can see by both fan bases, the game sucks.
Yeah.
Well, on that topic, talking about multiplayer, with the tactics and basis of both multiplayers, Call of Duty has the close combat map with just noob tube and a lot of people quick scope and no scope. Call of Duty actually spawned the entire quick scope no scope kind of generation that we have today. So
You
Call
know-
of Duty, in a nutshell, basically ruined all first-person shooters and all shooters, to be exact, not just first-person shooters, but they ruined pretty much every game.
Bravo.
Because
You're right.
now everyone is taking their tactics and trying to bring them to the other Call of Duty games in the future, along with upcoming Halo 4, a bunch of other games coming up, and it doesn't make sense to any of the other people that play online, because here we are, 12-year-old British kid and average Canadian kid. Average Canadian kid has no idea how to quick scope or no scope, or even know how to handle like 20 sensitivity.
Like we fucking care.
And the 12-year-old British kid or 12-year-old American kid, basically like, oh look, I can do a 1080 wall bang, sit on my ass, fucking shoot shit up in the sky, and throw a grenade at the same time as
I'm
I
fucking
teabag
jerking off while I'm doing all this
your
crazy
mother's
shit.
grave.
I'm exploiting the game while tugging on my penis because it so turns me on.
No, guys, it's okay. People do 180 no-scopes in the real war anyway, you know?
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah, they
so
totally
realistic.
jump off bunkers
Bravo.
in Vietnam, and
what do you
they
think the
like.
American Army does when they're training? They jump off walls and do no-scopes. Like, come on.
Yeah.
You know,
Jump
Battlefield
off
is
20-foot buildings, survive, and then fucking spin around like a ballerina and shoot someone in the face.
And they have kill cams too.
Yeah, every time someone dies in the actual American military, of course they see exactly how they died from the killer's perspective, and then they respawn 3 seconds later.
Yeah.
Oh, let's not forget the ever awesome Commando feature.
Oh, Commando.
Yeah, okay. That's really original. You jump off a fucking cliff with Commando Pro and you survive.
No, I was talking about the awesome Knife Commando.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, where you can lunge 20 feet across half the fucking map and stab someone.
Modern Warfare, the original one. It's also back in Modern Warfare 3, if you want to check that out. There's tons of videos on people just halfway across the map, lunge, kill.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, if you were to go on YouTube right now and type in Call of Duty, any Call of Duty, and put edits after that, you will see an insane amount of Call of Duty edits using, let's see, Cinema 4D, Photoshop, or not Photoshop, Adobe After Effects,
Yes.
Sony Vegas,
Yep.
along with a bunch of other editing software to overlay an insane amount of colors, fucking J.J. Abrams, lens flare, blur, or whatever.
Flare everywhere.
And then you can barely even see the screen, and then people, like, do this trick shot shit, and then, like, they throw it up on there. And surprisingly, those videos have more
14 million
views than something like what we're doing right now is talking about it.
Well, yeah, I mean, Call of Duty's designed toward, you know, the unquote casual gamer, right? Is that what they say these days?
Sure.
And Battlefield 3 is more of a tactical, hardcore gamer. I'm not a hardcore
Team-based.
gamer, and I love Battlefield. So, you know, like,
Yeah, but see, we also have to look at the different styles between the two series. Where Battlefield is more like strategic team-based, you know, gotta work together to win kind of gameplay. Call of Duty, for the last 5-6 years, has just exploited the same kind of gameplay where we run around and shoot. We just fucking fire like crazy and we get 700 kills.
so it's like the Iraq War, basically.
I have something to say.
Exactly.
When people
Yes.
say that Battlefield 3 is for hardcore gamers, and kind of one, but I'm not. When I played Battlefield 2, and I got my sniper all the way up, and once I got up with the bullet drop, which is another thing about Battlefield, it actually has bullet drop, not straight line bullet shots.
Or, like,
Right.
to the left, like, intervention fucking, like, shooting random shit when you're not even facing the guy.
Yeah. But anyways, I would be...
Drop shotting.
I can snipe perfectly, and I'm not a hardcore gamer. I have carried the
There you
team
go.
so many times, and I'm not a hardcore gamer.
And,
Battlefield 3 has a more difficult learning curve, but once you get past that, it's easy.
I'm going to go a little off topic here, but the basis that both of the games have, when you're online and somebody says that sitting there with a sniper rifle is camping, that's what you're supposed to do. The traditional thing with a sniper rifle is to sit up on a cliff and snipe from long range. Here we are, Call of Duty Infinity Ward decides to put a bunch of snipers in their games when they have like all of their maps are close up.
Mm-hmm. So they're encouraging people to be noobs and no scope and quick scope then.
The only map actually for Call of Duty that is as big, or I shouldn't really say as big as a Battlefield map, but I would say maybe a medium-sized Battlefield map would have to be Wasteland on Modern Warfare 2.
Yeah.
Because that map actually had no boundaries. It only had the boundaries to the point where it was like, oh yeah, you can't go on this radiation or you're going to kill yourself. But
I have another problem with Call of Duty.
That was the only map that actually had both long range and close quarters. Because the close quarters was in that little bunker underneath the map, and then the long range was like through the grass.
I have something to say about Call of Duty. Whoever added the riot shield, I didn't do that long enough, but whatever. Whoever added the riot shields is a idiot. Yes, I'm censoring myself.
I must say, the riot shields have, when I first heard about it in Modern Warfare 2, right? Yes, Modern Warfare 2, I thought it was a great idea, because I was like, oh, I can defend people. But ever since then, I've seen people just, like, gang rape, like, against the wall with a riot shield by people. It was, it's damn British. Oh, my God.
And the worst thing about it, a 50 caliber, which will go through light armored cars, cannot go through a piece of plastic.
That's Activision, man.
Logic.
They failed now.
I would like to mention something. We have spent the entire time bad-mouthing COD and not praising Battlefield.
You are correct.
We'll get to that in a second. But back to the Game Informer here. It says joystick. You guys all know joystick, right?
Yes, joystick.
I do not.
Modern Warfare 3. Modern Warfare 3's multiplayer is some of the series' strongest, and with the co-op offerings have been expanded tenfold.
You mean the Modern Warfare DLC pack?
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. But the campaign will leave you yearning, wishing that the characters and differentiated by more than their thick accents, or that the gameplay tried something more than aim, shoot, and take cover, reload, rinse, and repeat.
You know what? I actually liked the campaign near the end, because, when Makarov got hanged, that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
The one thing I like about the new Call of Duties is the campaigns, they are epic. They may be the same thing, but they do go out with a bang. I have to give them that.
Yeah.
Whoever said that is a total...
Yeah. And, Nick, he said multiplayer is one of the most innovative. Did he say that?
Yeah, it said Modern Warfare 3's multiplayer is one of the strongest in its series.
Sure! Okay.
And the same thing as the other 15 games. Yeah, that's pretty strong.
Okay.
Well, then it said the co-op offerings have been expanded.
Co-op offerings, because we all remember COD co-op so fondly.
What's COD co-op?
Yeah, what?
When did co-op start?
Yeah. What?
Is that special? Special?
It started in World at War, and when you played it, you could see boop boop. What is this? I can't even see my screen.
Yeah, the fucking jelly, like the strawberry jam on your screen when you got shot.
I got hungry.
That only started recently. That only started in Modern Warfare 2.
But honestly, it looks like someone put red food coloring in their jizz and cummed all over the screen.
I'm honest here. I did not hate World at War or Black Ops, but Black Ops 2. Whose idea was that?
Black Ops 2 was like Modern Warfare 3.5.
They're fucking turning Black Ops into its own series now because Treyarch is like, oh, our games aren't as popular as Infinity Ward's games. We gotta step up our act. What could we do? Let's throw Black Ops into the future and make it its own new series because that didn't fail before.
Yeah, because they haven't really done that yet, eh?
Yeah, wait, that sounds familiar. Can anybody say Halo?
Actually, to be honest, everyone focuses on the Battlefield and Call of Duty, but no one actually realizes that there's the Ghost Recon out there.
Yeah.
You know what? That game, Ghost Recon, should be the #1 shooter on the market.
It is.
Yeah.
I still have the original Ghost Recon. It is the greatest. It's the greatest first-person shooter I've ever played. And besides Battlefield.
But back to Call of Duty and Battlefield. Battlefield, I have this argument all the fucking time because I was like, I go on Call of Duty and I'm like, hey, you guys obviously you guys need to switch over to Battlefield for real because Battlefield offers bigger maps, a lot more weapon choices, more of a rank than just I'm going to prestige and try again. No, Battlefield has one fucking prestige. And you go up to level 50, and it takes you 6 months if you were to no-life it. And they have vehicles. They have more of a team base than I'm just gonna go around and fucking play search and destroy and teabag you and spin around multiple times with a bomb because I think I'm beast.
Okay, honestly, let's think about this. What is the point of prestiging in Call of Duty? All that changes is the little fucking emblem next to your name. But, all the stupid people who play COD, who prestige fucking 15 times, think that they give them some sort of imaginary bragging rights.
Well, I mean, it's tryhards, man. I mean, Call of Duty community, I hate to say it, but generally most of them are tryhards if you haven't noticed by now.
Well, I mean, if you take a look at the FaZe clan.
Yeah.
If you actually met with if you were to play with Call of Duty and you were to meet one of those prestigious, those all snobby, if you actually met them in real life, you would probably break their nose. And while I'm skinny and 5'8", they could be 6 foot something, and I'd still probably look them in a place.
Yeah. But how many?
These are thumbs.
Here, let's take a tally here. When you go on a Call of Duty server, how many of the actual 30-year-olds or whatever that go on there? Actually, first off, the 30-year-olds that go on there don't even use a mic. First off. Second off, how many of the 30-year-olds on there do you actually hear talking?
None.
Almost none.
They're all virgins.
I was on Facebook the other day, and I think it was the Bearded One posted it, and I believe it was. And it was a picture that had 2 little Asian kids that had giant Xbox 360 Modern Warfare 3 bundle packs.
Mm-hmm.
And the caption was, we got this or something because we won something.
I'm so sorry.
And then it was yeah, this is why I quit life.
I don't want to live on this planet anymore.
But to be honest, if you're a hardcore gamer, I understand why they say that Battlefield 3 or Battlefield actually in total is a hardcore gamer community because a lot of the hardcore gamers don't want to be confined in a little space. They want to be in a giant fucking space where they can fly around airplanes and shit, take tanks and shoot up shit and blow up walls and stuff. But if you were to say that to a Call of Duty player, they're going to be like, no, I want to go around and quick scope and no scope and fucking 1080 wall bang your mom.
Funny story about that. I was playing Battlefield 3, and there was a Call of Duty player on my team, and I told him there was a tank coming. He's like, oh, it's okay. I'm like, what are you going to do? He's like, I'm going to go knife the tank.
I got to move my mic away from my face again.
What the fuck? Seriously?
No, he knifed it, and guess what happened? The tank ran over, and he died, and he raged.
Uh-huh.
Because he couldn't knife the tank.
I want to stab the world right now.
Does he know what a tank is besides the one from Left 4 Dead?
No, I think he thought it was a recon drone from Call of Duty.
I hate the world.
I like this planet. You get off.
Because, that's the only vehicles they have, besides Modern Warfare, or not even Modern Warfare, World at War, where they had the one level with the tank.
Yeah.
That was a horrible level.
It was a horrible
It was
level.
just abuse.
You could just ride around. I swear I got so many 7
Was it even like a 120 millimeter tank barrel, or was it just like a cheap ass machine gun that you
No,
shot?
it was a Activision tank.
It was a tank. The World War II tanks actually had 80 millimeter barrels and stuff like that. But yeah, it was an Activision tank.
Yeah,
Overpowered.
and no sense of historical accuracy.
Yep.
Yeah.
Activision did nerf the I think it was the 1887 model shotguns or some shit.
Yeah.
They nerfed them at the beginning because they were too strong and they could shoot you from halfway across the map and kill you.
And they could also go through the riot shields,
Yeah,
which would actually happen in real life.
You're
yeah,
right.
surprisingly.
50
But
cal. I've even had riot shields block RPGs.
yeah,
How does that work?
Well, the Infinity Ward engine.
Yeah, that's right. You tried that in the Frostbite engine, you're going to get blown up.
Yeah, you try that in the Frostbite engine. Have fun doing that. You're gonna respawn in a matter of 2 seconds.
Have fun respawning.
but
Yeah.
Call of Duty, I believe, did ruin Battlefield because originally you were supposed to use a rocket launcher to take down vehicles and stuff, right? But like Battlefield or Modern Warfare, sorry, why do they even have rocket launchers in that game?
Modern Warfare?
Yeah.
Noobs and the helicopter.
You're right, because you can actually take, I think it's a Scarl in,
Scar L.
yeah, thank you, in Modern Warfare 3, and you can shoot down a helicopter in 2 clips.
Yeah.
Not
So, the rocket launcher is kind of relevant if you think about it.
I'm the only time I play Modern Warfare 3 is when my friend's uncle gets on and my friend is on, and we just want to play like a private match and just mess around. I play it then, and I've never used the rocket launcher.
Never yet isn't a game that you can sit down and play for hours and hours. This is generally speaking, you can't play it for hours and hours and feel and like be really entertained by it because the honeymoon's over. Let's face it.
Yeah.
The honeymoon is over. I mean, the franchise is dying. I've met some people who have actually switched from Modern Warfare 3 to Battlefield and have not looked back. It's a dead franchise.
Mm-hmm. For real.
It's dead. After Black Ops 2, it's dead. It's over with. Activision's going to shut down because they're idiots.
You actually can't even, if you were to play Battlefield and you were to learn how to quickscope and no-scope or whatever, that trick shot shit, you can't actually take those skills and bring them to Battlefield 3.
You can't.
You just said Battlefield and Battlefield in the same sentence, Nick. When you were talking about the...
I said, no, I meant Modern Warfare.
I know. You said Battlefield, but I know what you meant.
Oh, well, my bad.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can't actually take those skills from one game to the other because the sniper rifles are completely different, let's face it. In Modern Warfare 3, you have the intervention, the WA, I think the WA-2000's in there.
And the intervention's not in Modern Warfare 3.
Or in Modern Warfare 2. Fuck, what am I talking about?
Who knows?
Modern
Who
Warfare
cares?
2, the intervention,
Same game.
if you were to hold it straight, it's impossible. It faces to the left to like 87 degrees almost. It's not completely 90 degrees straight to the character. It's like 87 degrees off to the left. So if you were to shoot, it would shoot like off to the left at like some like silo or some shit if you were facing at a wall.
Yep.
But I don't even know how. Like I've seen videos of people like trick shotting and stuff, and they were to do like the 1080 thing, and like they point straight and they go to shoot, and the guy off to the left is dying. I don't even know how that happens.
You want to know what real skill is with a sniper rifle? Go to Battlefield 3, take a single bolt, like an action bolt rifle, and get a headshot, like, all the way across the map.
Yeah.
That is
I do
real
that all
skill.
the time. I do that all the time in Bad Company too.
That is real skill. I don't care if jumping off a wall is considered cool in today's generation, but that's not skill. That's being a tryhard.
That's not going to help you in the real world.
No, it's not. Just like...
Well, then again, nothing
It's not.
revolving around video games is going to help you in the real world.
Well, Battlefield, I think Battlefield could help at least military personnel, because it's actually like a war simulation, right?
The only video game that will actually help you in the real world is Arma 2, because that is so realistic. We're not talking about that.
No.
No.
Yeah. Matthew, shut the fuck up! Great way to end the video.
Yeah.
Battlefield is the greatest.
I actually think that it's interesting that I was the most rageful in this rant about COD and not Nick.
And I was calm.
I was trying to be professional about it, but you know.
He was
I
breathing on the
going
inside.
off on everything.
I'm listening to My Chemical Romance as a black prayer on the inside.
I'm calm.
All right, well, we're going to wrap this episode up, guys. I thought it was going to be more epic, but we're all kind of tired-ish.
I yelled a lot. You heard it. I hope
Just
you
your throat hurt?
by yelling.
You know, if my camera worked, you would have seen me go Super Saiyan over certain things. But
I
it
am
doesn't.
Super Saiyan.
Now,
Yeah,
see,
but-
this episode might be
Activision, you suck dick. Modern Warfare 3, you suck dick. Black Ops 2 sucks dick. Your whole company sucks dick. Battlefield for the win.
Yep.
I believe I only side with Battlefield because the tactics are better. The map is much better. I would think that I would side with the fucking vehicles instead of the close combat, I'm going to shoot you with a sniper rifle.
Don't forget the 6-year-olds.
Yeah. And I believe that the community in the Battlefield games are stronger than the ones in the Call of Duty games. Only because actually, to be honest, Call of Duty, if you were to put Call of Duty and Battlefield together, Call of Duty is much more easier to pick up than Battlefield.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's the
Call of
only
Duty
thing.
is like getting an if you put Battlefield Call of Duty, that's like getting an STD. Okay?
Could you imagine if it was like cross-gaming, like online play? Like if they were to do like cross-platform multiplayer, they'd
Yeah,
be
where
like,
one team's everybody that's playing Battlefield in that server, and the other team's everybody playing Call of Duty in that server. Do you know how much Battlefield players would win by?
yeah,
You're right.
13,000 points.
because you can't really quick-scope a tank.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Only
the Call of
skill
Duty.
Call of Duty players is gonna get is like Twitch hand-eye coordination.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
I want to know, though, who created the whole trick shot idea?
I don't know, but he's probably...
that's something for another
idiot.
time.
It was probably Activision's Satan spawn.
We're going to put you in here so we can piss everybody off.
Yes. We're gonna make our sensitivity horribly horrible so you can
Inaccurate.
jump off a wall.
Horribly horrible.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or if you want the uncensored version, it's fucking porch monkey horrible.
I'm gonna go back to the thing. I think it was Nick that said something about crossing the game in multiplayer. If they did that, they'd have to give the Call of Duty people access to only what is available in Call of Duty, and the Battlefield 3 people access to all of the wonderful and amazing toys you can get in Battlefield 3, like
Yeah,
jets.
yeah.
And whenever Call of Duty called in their frickin' airstrikes, 20 jets would come across and just blow it out of the sky.
Yeah, but I think that Call of Duty and Battlefield are in equality with each other because if basically what the kill streaks on Call of Duty are is a replacement for the vehicles on Battlefield. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if you got rid of the kill streaks on Call of Duty, they would just be like standard retarded fucking first-person shooting experience. But then if you were to get rid of the vehicles in Battlefield, it would be like, hey, I need to like walk to the other side of the map, which sucks.
Mm-hmm.
Except if it's like Operation Metro, because I know they don't have any vehicles, and I love that map.
Yeah, Operation Metro is great.
But Battlefield actually released on their premium the a map pack for
Close quarters, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I love that.
Yeah. But yeah, every single class in Battlefield is set up to help everybody else out, right? So if you're an assault class and you run out of, or no, let's say you're an engineer class, right, and you run out of like rocket launcher ammo or something, you can get the assault class to give you ammo.
Yeah, or if you die, you can have the medic revive you.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're a recon, well, let's just face it, you're a recon.
Yeah.
And if you're a recon, you just kill everybody from a half a mile away, and your entire team loves you.
Yeah, and you have those awesome spawn beacons.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I sent you that video where it was recon in a nutshell.
Yeah.
He set up
that was
everything,
pretty
and it was
fun.
just the cricket. It was like...
Yeah. The one thing I don't like about Battlefield, I will admit, is sometimes with the spawn beacons, you, like, come down on a parachute,
Yeah.
you go out of the map and you die.
That's only on the outside, because if you were to put it in a little house, you would spawn in the house.
Yeah, I just have a little bit of issue with that, but you know what? Not
Everything.
nothing's perfect.
Did they have a spawn beacon in Bad Company too?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember what that looked like.
When you said nothing's perfect, I was tempted to say except Ocarina of Time.
Nice.
All right, well, we're going to wrap up this episode, and we will see you in the next few episodes.
Who knows what we're doing next?
I would like to thank Nick Klaras for being here with us because it was really awesome talk about Battlefield and shit, and backmouthing and bashing the shit out of Call of Duty.
Thank you. Take care, spike your hair.
There's no one to defend Call of Duty.
Take care, spike your hair.
Yep.
You man. So we will see you guys in the next episode. My name is Gingerbeard from Klysm Gaming, along with TheBeardedOne, my co-host, and Sniperslayer95 from Klysm Gaming, and we will see you next time.
Vote for me.
Keep calm and push your da.
Vote for Pedro, okay?
Do drugs, burn shit, fuck school.
You. Peace.